Today I'm going to show you how to use the Hoover SmartWash Plus from start to finish. I'll walk you through the main parts of the machine, how to fill it, how to clean your carpet, how to use the hose attachment, and then how to clean your machine when you're done. On the front of the machine, you have your clean water tank, your dirty water tank, the cleaning head, and the extraction nozzle. You'll also see this port on the front, and that's where you connect the hose attachment when you want to clean spots, stairs, upholstery, or smaller areas. To remove the dirty water tank, just lift up on the handle and pull it straight out. It comes out really easily. The clean water tank also lifts straight out off the machine. On the back of the machine, you have the solution tank that removes easily as well. Down near the bottom, there are two pedals. The red pedal is the power button, and the gray pedal is the handle release. The machine also has nice large wheels, which makes it really easy to move around. Underneath the cleaning head, you'll see two scrubbing brushes. These help agitate the carpet and loosen dirt while the machine is cleaning. To get started, remove the clean water tank, unscrew the cap, and fill the tank with water. I usually just use tap water, and that works fine. Room temperature water or warm water is great. Once the tank is filled, screw the cap back on and place the tank back onto the machine. It does not lock or latch into place, it just rests back into position. Next, remove the solution tank from the back of the machine. Fill it with Hoover carpet cleaning solution. Now, when you buy the machine, it does come with a small 8-ounce bottle of solution, but you can also buy more. You can get it from a few different retailers. Once the solution tank is filled, put the cap back on and place it back onto the machine. One nice feature on this machine is the dry only button. I'll show you how that works in a minute. But the reason this is helpful is because this specific carpet cleaner automatically dispenses water and cleaning solution when you push it forward, so there's no spray trigger to hold down while you're cleaning. Now, before you start, unwrap the power cord from the side of the machine. It has a quick release cord wrap, so you can turn that and pull off the cord easily. The machine uses a 3-prong power cord, so you do need a grounded outlet. Once the machine is plugged in, press the gray pedal to recline the handle, and then press the red pedal with your foot to turn the machine on. At this point, you are ready to start cleaning. The main thing that makes the Hoover SmartWash Plus different from other carpet cleaners is that there is no trigger to pull. Once you have the clean water tank filled and the solution tank in place, the machine does the spraying for you automatically. When you push the machine forward, it dispenses water and cleaning solution. When you pull it backward, it extracts the dirty water out of the carpet. There's also an indicator light on the front of the cleaning head. When you push it forward, it will show that it is washing. When you pull it backward, it switches to dry mode and shows that it's extracting. So the basic process is simple. Push it forward to wash, pull it backward to dry and extract. Use slow, steady passes, similar to how you would use a regular vacuum, but don't rush. If the carpet is really dirty or you're cleaning a stain, you may need to go over the area several times. For a light mess, a few passes might be enough. For heavy messes, you may need more. In my case, I was cleaning up a chocolate sauce stain that I made, so I made several forward and backward passes until the area started looking really clean. After you're done washing, you can switch over to the dry only function. To do that, make sure the machine is on and the handle is reclined, then press the dry only button near the handle. This turns off the water and the solution dispensing, so now the machine is only extracting. Go back over the area really slowly with the dry only mode to pull out as much moisture as possible. You can watch the extraction nozzle as you do this. When you stop seeing water being pulled up through the nozzle, that's a good sign that you've removed most of the water and excess moisture. The carpet may still feel slightly damp to the touch, but that's normal. You just don't want it to be soaking or sopping wet. Now continue cleaning as needed until you're happy with the results. There's nothing complicated about it. Take your time, make slow passes, and let the machine do the work. As you can see here, the machine is leaving a noticeably cleaner path here on this area rug that I'm cleaning. If you want to rinse the carpet after cleaning, you can remove the solution tank from the back of the machine and leave only the clean water tank in place. Then use the machine the same way as before. Now that the solution tank is removed, it will only dispense water, which helps rinse out any leftover cleaning solution from the carpet. When you're done cleaning, or when the dirty water tank gets full, remove the dirty water tank by lifting up on the handle and pulling it out. On the back of the tank, there is a latch. Release that latch, remove the lid, and then dump out the water. After that, rinse out the tank really well. Inside the dirty water tank, there is a small blue filter basket. Just make sure that that is clear of any hair, dirt, dust, or debris. If that gets clogged, it can impact how well the machine works. Once the tank is rinsed out and the filter is clean, put the lid back on and make sure the plastic tabs line up correctly. Then latch it closed and place the dirty tank back onto the machine. Now let's go over the hose attachment. The hose connects to the port on the front of the machine. On the end of the hose, you'll see the connection point and latch that locks it into place. Line it up with the hose port and then push it in until it's secure. On the other end of the hose, you will attach your scrub tool. This tool comes with two different brushes. One has rubber bristles and the other has more traditional plastic bristles. For carpet, I personally prefer the plastic bristle attachment. Attach the brush you want to use, then connect the scrub tool to the end of the hose. The hose tool does have a trigger on the handle. When the machine is turned on, pulling that trigger sprays water and cleaning solution out of the tool. To clean a spot or stain, spray the area until it's nicely damp, then scrub that spot with the brush to work that cleaning solution into the carpet fibers. After you spray and scrub, tilt the tool slightly so the extraction opening makes good contact with your carpet. Then slowly pull the tool back across the area to suck up the dirty water. And then just simply repeat this process as needed. Spray, scrub, and extract until the spot looks nice and clean. And here's a pro tip. When you're finished using the hose, it's a good idea to rinse it out. To do that, remove the scrub tool by pressing the release button on the top. Then, with just the hose opening, suction up a cup or two of clean water, and this helps rinse out inside the hose. After that, let the machine run for an additional 30 seconds to a minute to help clear out any standing water still left inside the hose. Now you can also clean the scrub tool itself. The front cover comes right off, which makes it really easy to rinse out. You're going to get hair, dirt, and debris that collects inside of this tool, especially around the suction opening. So it's always best to clean it right after you're done using it. Now let's clean the front of the machine. The extraction nozzle on the cleaning head is removable. There's a small blue release lever that unlocks the nozzle cover. Pull that lever, remove the nozzle, and rinse it out. This area can collect hair, dirt, dirty water, and carpet fibers, so it's much easier to clean it immediately after using it before anything has a chance to dry. You can also remove the scrubbing brushes from the bottom of the machine. Once they are removed, you'll probably see some dirt, mud, water, or debris inside the cleaning head. I like to wipe this area down with an old towel or a terry cloth. Rinse the nozzle cover thoroughly with water and make sure that there's no hair or debris stuck inside. If you wait too long and everything dries, it becomes much harder to clean, so doing this right after each use makes a big difference. Once everything is clean, put the scrub brushes back in. On the end of the brushes, you'll see a little star-shaped pattern that needs to line up correctly. On the other side, you'll see the little blue tabs. Line everything up, press the brushes back into place, and make sure that they are seated properly. Then reinstall the extraction nozzle cover. Line up the plastic tabs, press it down into place, and then push the blue lever back to lock it in place. Once everything is snapped back together, the machine is ready to be stored. And that's it. That's how you use the Hoover SmartWash Plus. Hopefully that was helpful.